manufacturing process makes them even lighter. The Murcielago's SV's wheels are forged, a process invented by Alcoa in 1948. With forging, aluminium is not melted into a liquid like casting. Instead, it's stamped by a mold.
Forging makes a stronger, lighter wheel than cast because it has less imperfections inside the material. I can have a thinner cross-section, make a lighter part with the same final mechanical properties.
The process begins with what look like logs of aluminium. Then, a steel-bladed saw, spinning at 450 revs per minute, cuts the aluminium into 45-kilogram pieces called billets. These pieces will eventually become Lamborghini wheels. Next, those aluminium billets go into a furnace. The billets are heated to over 400 degrees Celsius. That heat softens the aluminium so it can be forged. The hot billets are picked up and placed into the first of 3 steel molds. Oil lubricant is sprayed onto the mold and ignites because of the heat. The oil keeps the aluminium from sticking to the steel mold. Then, 4.5 million kilograms of pressure slam down on the wheel from high above, shaping the aluminium into something resembling a wheel. The aluminium then goes to a second mold to refine its shape further, with another 4.5 million kilograms of pressure. And finally, to a third mold with reduced pressure, where additional detail is added to the shape and the center is punched out. The forging process is complete, but at this point, these wheels hardly look like they belong on a super sports car. That's because they haven't been machined yet. Alcoa ships the Murcielago SV wheels 20 kilometers away to KMS Machining in Middleburg Heights, Ohio. Here, the distinctive 5 double-spoke design is carved into the wheel. Technicians program a computer to cut the design into the aluminium. Then, the wheels are loaded into a milling press. The machine uses carbide drill bits to carve away aluminium. First, the 5 lug nut holes are drilled. Then the 5 double spoke shape is carved into the wheel. It takes 45 minutes to machine the 20 centimeter deep front wheels and 90 minutes to machine the 33 centimeter deep rear wheels. The finished wheels emerge, carved from a single piece of aluminium that began as a billet. There's not a single weld or screw holding it together. It's all one weight-saving piece.
The rear wheel is very light at 27.2 pounds. The front wheel is even lighter at 19.6 pounds.
Alcoa has the wheels painted black before they're sent to Lamborghini. Back in Sant'Agata, Italy, on the main assembly line, a technician installs the wheels onto the Murcielago SV. Now the car is almost ready to roll. The Lamborghini Murcielago SV has its wheels and is ready to stand on its own for the first time. With the car on the ground, a technician installs the steering wheel. Then he adds a critical safety feature, the driver's side airbag. Many front-engine cars rely partially on the engine to absorb frontal impact. But the Murcielago's engine is behind the driver, so the vehicle depends on its space frame and the driver's side airbag to absorb any frontal impact. The airbag is in place and the steering linkage is checked. It works. Now when the car is pushed, it's rolled on its wheels. Station 13. The car gets many of its fluids, including transmission fluid and 5 liters of oil. This is also where the SV version of the car gets its special carbon fiber bonnet. Now technicians install the rear wing assembly, giving the SV one of the most prominent features distinguishing it from the standard Murcielago. The difference is both visual and functional.
The rear big wing gives the possibility to have an increase of downforce of something in the rear of the car of something like 180 kilo.
The rear wing assembly is the last major part put on the car. Station 14, the last stop on the assembly line. The car is fueled with almost 25 litres of petrol. But before the SV is started, hoses descend from above. They funnel exhaust fumes and noise outside the factory.
When the vehicle's fired up for the first time, it is like blood flowing through the veins of a living body.
Then, the moment of truth. As the engine runs, the car's mechanical and electronic systems are checked. So far, so good. But how does the SV roll? To find out, technicians subject every Murcielago to a 40-minute roll booth test. They check the car's braking, transmission, and ability to handle speed. Technicians will take the car to speeds of over 135 kilometers per hour. Even in the roll booth, the SV's additional 30 horsepower is noticeable.
The SV's more powerful than the regular Murcielago. You feel the power inside.
After the roll booth, a 2-hour quality inspection to go over every part of the car. Then, Murcielagos leave the factory and head onto public streets for a 60-kilometer road test. The factory has no official test track, so they road test every car on public streets.
We must remember that all the other cars on the public road are not Lamborghini cars.
The test drivers have a say. Every Lamborghini comes with 2 problems: the speed limit and the police.
We have a good relationship with the police around the factory, but in any case we must respect the public road code.
More than 3 decades after he sold his factory, Ferruccio Lamborghini's vision for extreme and exclusive supersports cars is still embodied in the cars that bear his name.
Ferruccio Lamborghini was very, very impulsive and demanding. Our cars today, they still reflect his character, temperament and personality, which is extremely strong.
Friday afternoon, as 5 p.m. approaches, the siren sounds the end of a shift and the end of a week of hard work.
These people put their hearts into it. This enables top quality. That's how we get that monster, the SV.
With bare hands, the factory's workers build only a few cars a day. But the car they build is known worldwide as one of the most extreme sports cars on the road today.
Murcielago.
Murcielago.
Murcielago, bellissimo.
Here's my Murcielago.
Automobili Lamborghini SPA in Bolognese, Italy is a true mega factory.